to komisamu aba from say team Safrey CJ Frey eba at a timer. There's an Afro Barometer reporter. It's just a man for confidence. Ghana for confidence for court aba from. Last caller. Hello, morning.
Good morning.
Bodina baby I'm free.
Kwame, please be the free.
Bless you, Tio.
Coupon media, you on plan Lumina, we are not the court as in the Basso. You election of
men that name come on, maybe say, what Ghana near Chief Justice, as a warrior idea where you're mouno. What was the argument here? The argument is cases now 100 dollars. It won't hear dumb. When any argument?
One year sad on in cases. The data 1 year. Na eniya akabo sumi and sat na ni akotwaba e no ti o ye abi e ke no correct just on three for the jab bro memu ho e mi bi ta bu sabe na chem e ne di obi ania.
Thank you. Me da se pass wo free place abusia eti me point ni die enti na me be phone lines no me pese be ya me madwen kire e na me be voice te e wo mo amutie ye hwe ye so no Ghana for ya omutu omu Ghana omutu omutu womu na freye it is ankomo ya Chief Justice and Attorney General edie ya enche bia be kwa akoto mampani anim no say ye kasi ye bie nkomonim ama ebo abekire na adwen ama bliss abekire na adwen ama abukokomlemle abekire na adwen de besi nie you heard them what was this time way suspicious people are suspicious of the move omu hunu say e cynical e mischievous. Time, you know. Number 2, almost said the Chief Justice Nika say, ye hear dumb fise cases not dorsal. And then Diane to say former Chief Justice Nika. Now say I will buy a toko no now be hunu na tama wo woman sadwen jira so. Timing. Obia ye cynical. And you see, way about the timer to say the mechanical Afro Barometer report. Abeda in a say. A man for chidie ewo near ekoso wo yaseni biano abafom menka abato komisadie da form say kodwoto. So what are we doing? Said be ya be restore our confidence no. Say you making such cynical and mischievous questionable moves here. Boa ba ni ye boa ye kabi mami kabi amamuo amena jira ne naso amena be ye krabehwe. Think about it. I wish I better also see a dear William Sambabera Mominia Botella Atenase, a shatter the blue Caneno na my Ghana, Oban crime puano. A voter region here from Antam de Mediatomo. Oban crime puano, who a pronoun to say yes, and need the off. Benadia a blue bio. The sea is no longer looking blue.
The color is colored.
It's too colored.
The color is colored.
It's too brownish. Fantastic. For you too far.
All right, and then so Embrana so say anapa do sana Dwaboase sports. Yetinasi sana and sema ekoso. Efin sem I'm running some exclusives. Ni ekoso nyina no ye de ebremo na ende ye berem na ye call the Black Queens aso ye endo mu gina kono omoni Japan edi ebesieni sanso ana endra Honorable Nilante Vanderpoy, former sports minister opiemu ewo export so ono so ensem no odibebre na egu ho ye ho nsem ebebre sanso ana ebewre mu na yakọ the local transfer news no so na yakọ so ewo bunyina ye bebre mu sanso ana Euros and the semi-finals no first game koso ye ho nsem edi ebebre mu sanso na ye rem ewo foreign transfer news no so no na yakọ so ewo nyina na no so no ye di abrel ba onim se yetina sisa na dwumeko Dovita Herbal Clinic no maso yasia ende agudiem ensem no ye di ebremu na Dovita Herbal Clinic ose se uyo bia na se uwo prostate cancer uwo waist pains kidney stones high blood pressure how constipation how na menstrual pains how waist pains and erectile dysfunction nyina no se ebi how a se wohwehwe Dovita Herbal Clinic omo herbal medicine ni bi wonoma ebeso ano na hu se wo ho enso atọ omo wo awoshi elang taxi station ho na eho eno omo buto sanso ena opese o from na oni omo ka sanso a betumi afro mo 0246 265313 and I say 02055868877 WhatsApp number no so ubetimi a text you omo e was 02055868877 Dovita Herbal Clinic was good health is our concern almost sounds so 24 hours delivery service nationwide enti be bia wo bia and the time I'll pay bia na how bia no wo dey from numbers way WhatsApp number no so test na sounds so ko awoshi elang taxi station ho edro no ubenya bi enso ato producers no Roger Emmanuel the sports monarch and na Kojo Fosu Fande men so diam giso eye ebo Taylor yen shase e wa goodie nsem na sedia na ye shase e wa the Black Queens of Ghana and the Black Queens of Ghana omugina kono Ghana and Japan and na edibesi and into no endra and I say either Sunday no omutumi e down money and omufa mu plane who and omutumi ekopie mu eturu endra and omupie mu enso e wa Japan and born to this one and there almost him say the beer enso ebekosie ede ama omai konkron Ghana na Black Queens omutumi elande ewo eye Japan and born to so 9 p.m. local time and a Ghana itumi elande ya mbabawa no enso omutumi akopie mu e Kanazawa and born to so na omodumi erum e Kanazawa no training session kakra ebekoso endra na after say training session no ebekoso no ende and a match no so no metumi edi esieni enso aho na Ghana yene de na the Shigo of Japan and a match no betumi edi esieni na match na ebeba so no traveling squad eye coach Nora Hapto etumi onu mukoye no eno enie Grace Asantewa ejirem sanso and a Princess Mafo onu so ejirem bi Linda Eshon Philomena Abaka Mukarama Abdullahi Grace Echampon Anastasia Echan Prinsila Adubia Adama Al-Hassan Susan Amadua Victoria Ejay Frida Aisi Evelyn Bedu Doris Bwedua Portia Buache ena eye Azuma Bugri Cynthia Findip Alice Kusi Nina Noshi Stella Nyamiche Jacqueline Owusu ena eye Mavis Owusu wey eye players eye coach Nora Hopto wetumi aform say ende match ebekos ewo Japan and born to so Kanazawa Gogo Curry Stadium 6:20 a.m. no match no and also we players coach Nora Hopto and so odomukoye na player ni din edi Mukarama Abdullahi Okatima Nora Hopto edi omukoye no odi nsem kakra etudwa ewo match ende ebaso no yentie Mukarama Abdullahi.
Yeah, it will be a good exercise for us, and because we really been working hard to get to the highest level of this women's football, and Japan is one of the teams that we are looking forward to play against, and it will be a good exercise for us players and as the team will be waiting to compete in the WAFCON. So, and it's a friendly, so we just want to test ourselves as a team and to see where we are and see where we are going. So I think it will be a good exercise for us.
Yes, sama Abdullahi Mukarama and so the two ja na owie no and a Black Queens player bakwari din Eddie Grace Edu and also the Sakakra etu Jaffa and the match on Mebono Yenti Grace Edu.
Japan a very good team. You know, yes, you work hard. Say you bet to me any more abo. So you try say although you win too much. So kakana is free coach no coach Nora on no the actually no any kakana watch no and also one is you be board team no yes we both free akumam. I say you chance you beat me and share. See any chance in the crowd to me and share. You better try say be defend it. No.
Some Black Queens also play and the Eddie Grace Edu also or the two ja. Yeah, that's why Ejina Mbano Afadia na young called the Black Princesses of Ghana. Almost no omujina kono because of say under 20 World Cup na beba so Colombia no omujina mu bia. Omuhwe say bibia bekoso ye e di amom sisi ano Yusuf Bazigi, head coach of Black Princesses, Sisiano wa campaign mana. Omo Cape Coast, omo say training session because so na omunya hoden na tournament ayeba so Colombia from August 31st to 22nd September 2024 no omo hwe nim say emba no so no bibia enso because ye de amomo na wey na Yusuf Bazigi ono na head coach de ama the Black Princesses or see preparation there ahosiesie no omaye bi pa omo twen settlement no ebedru yente Yusuf Bazigi.
Our preparation in Cape Coast has been good. They are cooperating very well. We started and it was as if we were not going to get there because they were finding it very difficult. But now, as I'm speaking, I can say that they are improving very fast. Training after training, they are doing well. So the will to do is there. And I can feel it that we are on course. For now, I think we don't have any major injury in camp. And by next week, we are going to slash the number so that we can have clear, view of the players in terms of assessment, performance assessment.
Into the way a head coach Edema the Black Princesses of Ghana, you see Bazigi Sama or the two Jano or Casabiano and or the two also say or say tournament now ye be remuno August 31st no or see Ghana or say muko beyond the group stage and no and your target until you see Bazigi.
For now, I say that we've gotten at least the support from the FA and the ministry for our training sessions. So the expectations from Ghanaians is exactly what we are also expecting to go beyond the group stage before we can think of any other thing.
Into the way and Sama, you see Bazigi on a head coach at the Black Princesses of Ghana or the two into the Asian him say and man omu room Colombia bibia and so ebekosie amosisia de omunyina camp Cape Coast omu ye training omu ye preparation ahead of the tournament yento aso na yenko the former sports minister and a member of parliament for Ododio constituency Honorable Nilante Van der Poy Endra exports Roger Emmanuel the sports monarch and hosti Endra honorable etumi eba e show ni so and sembebre na or the bebre na etuja na bako kan ye the conflict of interest or si bebre na ase omu wo position bi a omu pese minkumnya na eyomu de na anka or say coach for Sudan on asanso ye ESCO member for the Ghana Football Association kwesi apia or say wo embra onya coach ejuma ewo Sudan no anka o say ode ni ESCO membership na owo the Ghana Football Association no anka o say ode tudwa ntino sa na honorable Nilante Van der Poy okan ye yentie nsem ode tudwa.
One of the things me makaka say about football say to me solve about boy and the issue of conflict of interest. We the BILO amanone obi a organic club every FA esan manage technical people manage players play agents. It's Ghana kwa minti so that be that coach you name there say eja me film ba coaches me no kan kire me minti be that Ghana kwa Ghana you say you be there accept what must say she ko see appear be esi aye kan asem me aka the very first day Sudan for appointing na no e say ojane position in ESCO no to
Tino way and Sema honorable Nilante Van der Poy and so all the two ja okasawe no and all the two aso say or say so no oba back to power na onya position as the sports minister biema or say on stakeholders or more football any sports nyina any on bet now on one kasa say the conflict of interest na I say omu interest wo mu no or say ni nyina no or so mu digu na enye kra.
And sometimes that is a problem na nyakopo mame kwan na me sam with this position na sadi weje me football for me the class nya hwese be ya be we flow e football kwa or boxing I started a unity of athleticism say I'm here e be higher
we ensema honorable Nilante Vanderpool odi tu jo kasa wie no na odi to aso se o se eye Afcon eye amputi eye Afcon na course no unim se Ghana na ye GC ye na so na omu biemu e wo Ghana ha no na eye Minister of Youth and Sports honorable Mustafa Yusuf still no kasa na nye kra o se ne oye no na eye entudwa kra na eye it's a Black Stars na eye sapa anka ose anka omuba ombe se red carpet e de amomo yenti nsema Nilante Vanderpool di tuja
asase mutie no me yawo kasin se Ghana or my entry fast had the entry to blaster players. Now blaster players or the drum nine so or maybe be okay. What we to tell sir, I'm not from what did them. I'm so called G about date to say we have to treat them that way. So blaster for no more land there, I'm not the Africa Cup no more land there, they lay red carpet. You are president. One and wine will be able to share more airport. You be palatable for the call. You don't have buses. Which I say, you go share me boy. You hear the local hotel. You better for me to my home for this. Only fresh kakra. But I'm putting for me nipa. They are not human beings. Nipa, as much as I was saying, nipa just say you didn't even see them as important. And say some of them because I what do you expect? She say some say how many times as a minister no say from say oh what say more you here say
we ensema honorable Nilante Vanderpool or the etudwa or endra or emra or ba exports so ewo power and say TV XYZ yentoa so na yemfa ensemfofro emfa embra mudia na yenko former Ghana Football Association communications director sisia no oginem ewo carve the den on Sunny Dara or the ensem atudwa say or say Kwesi apia or say when ya ESCO membership na oye Sudan oye omu head coach no or say abebua Ghana football pan eno na Sunny Dara or the atudwa.
I also support him that Kwesi apia should not resign. Why? Because number one, I don't see the issue that people have been raising. In fact, we had a similar case with the Ghana national team. Ghana played against Serbia at the World Cup in 2010. Who was in charge of the Ghana national team then? Rivat. Yeah. He was a Serb. He beat Serbia. Yeah. Maybe the difference between him and Ghana is the ESCO. But there's always a case where people can recuse themselves from such discussions. And it should...
We ensema Sunny Dara enso adi atudwa yento aso na yenko CEO of Samates 96 aso ye Dr. Richard Obin or the ensem atudwa se o se ayese kotoko any house of folk no still omo live our past glories na sisi a uba Ghana football mu a o se Ghana football sisi a no advance pan enti no kan ache kotoko any house ni se omo adapt and I say omo adapt to the current footballer ekoso ewo wiase yentie Dr. Richard in century somebody tuja.
You have always to move with times. I believe the football industry has changed completely in the last 10 to 15 years, and you have to move with times. Well, I'm not privy to what is happening internally in Kotoko House, but I think definitely when you take most of these foreign clubs, those who fail to change with times are lagging behind. And so what is happening in Ghana is no different from what is happening outside. Where are the Manchester Uniteds anyway? They used to dominate every season. Now they're struggling to be in the top four. So you have really to move with times. And I believe that probably the structure in House of Kotoko are not the same structure in the early 2000s and in the 90s.
We Dr. Richard in Century Nisama or the Atujano yen room na yanko the local transfer news near Kosu ewo club football muno unim se bebre na airton bebre ni so airton bebre ni so dibi malone entino yen hwe ne ekoso ewo local transfer news na enfa embre modi a yen hwe ase emfri Kumasi Asante Kotoko aso player ni din Eddie Emmanuel entry eye osina kan Eddie ma Accra Great Olympics and non andano pay ya the flight aye ready ewo aye Kutuka International Airport order ni na wako Kumasi eho ena okoye eye ni medicals enti no eye Emmanuel entry and nano pay wetumi erem ewo Kumasi ano so no ohwe se bibia enso ebekosie na abrantie eye Emmanuel entry no wetumi asani 3 years contract ena ode ama Kumasi Asante Kotoko ena yesanso eko former Accra House of Folk ena former Eduana Stars coach the din Eddie Joseph Asari Bediako sisi ano eye newly promoted side din Eddie Young Apostles enso afano se ono eno head coach enso elho ba sisi ano officially announcement no embaye nanso no omafa na wie entino se e ka kire mu elho exclusive ena ye de emamo yanko the foreign transfer news na yanko foreign euros nso ekoso no na yemfa emamo de a unim se ende Spain ena France ena edibesi ani enso ewo Munich and Bont nso na French head coach adidin Didier Deschamps ose match no ebe den nanso no betimi aba se omedi nkonim yente Didier Deschamps.
But actually, it's everyone in the Spanish team. Everything that they've been doing on the pitch since the beginning of this competition. I'm not trying to put stress or pressure on them. They're the team that has had the best Euros for the moment. They're the ones who are leaving the best impressions after every game.
Sama odiatu dwano nanso ochina Netherlands and England ena ebebo but ye room Copa America na Argentina and Canada 12 a.m. almost no omu de besi ani ena Uruguay Colombia enso Eddie Esieni yenko Manchester United player the din Eddie Mason Greenwood unim se Mason Greenwood last season okopie mu Getafe La Liga mu ena otumi ebon ho modern pan basisia no French Ligue 1 side amudin Eddie Olympique Marseille the 25 million pounds ena Eddie aba plus bonuses se omu pe abrante the din Eddie Mason Greenwood basisia no amaka se wi no ento the be se Mason Greenwood next season we pie mu Marseille and Bont so Sansu ena player the din Eddie Gerard Brantwaite osina kan Eddie Emma the toughest Everton Manchester United see omo pe abrantie we etunu center back and din Eddie Gerard Brantwaite the 45 million plus 5 million pounds ena Eddie ekofa abrantie we enti Manchester United season we no omo pe 2 center backs Matthias de Ligt ena Gerard Brantwaite enti ye hwe se ye room 2024-2025 season na bibia ebekosue Eddie ama Manchester United enti no Eddie ensem no esia na Kwame Minkah atoaso Eddie ama producers no Roger Emmanuel the sports monarch ena Kojo Fosu Fandi menso edinya mejiso ebo Taylor Kwame Minkah eto Dwaboase so Eddie amaye
me da se ebo Taylor so dia gudi emo sama bre na no pay with Dwaboase wo power 97.9 and a TVXYZ mumu bebre bu didi enkoma hodo na chi titiriu Senate any hotels tonton anamontuo ya MPRA eba bonte meka say hey montwen sensan montwen monase papa bisu the message about say eti Kwame Senate pa mo interest ye dey ade pa na Senate ehwehwe ade ba kwa ye hwehwe de free labor for ho ene se mo koso ansi nkete ginaye na musi ye se mayen ton hotel no sa ginaye na musi mamu mo bia confuse mo mamu mo bia convince mo musi sa ginaye no wa Ghana fo nyina di mo ene ade ba kwa me papa bisu message no say o say why is it bent on the sales of these hotels or those hotels after MPRA orders? Even hotels like Tulip, Alisa, etc., which are nowhere near the beach or sea, an ingredient that's topmost in attracting tourists and making profits in addition to even opening new branches. But we are just surprised to hear of a proposed sale of Labadi Beach Hotel, La Palm Hotel, and the others. Kwame, idea we would dream one won't tears here. And then I said to Penny Bosompim or Safo Mafo or because I will be yes and me to home. Many a crack of it that who were drink track. And Kobe be I have a dining in idea the Atramo, Wabra Yebo, Tonto Sasa, Yabakos and Timemo, Matissa Euphoria now our form power ahead of a year the unveiling of Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempama for say bread and butter is in Tiabre. Sana Tiana, Yenya a year apia ebeba ode sa ma ne bono e de bebre na fe so His Excellency John Dramani Mahama nensema wakache Ghana nsentwefo ye begina so e de di nkomo bi menko ba bia
Samaba na Sawachi Konkoya Natrasa Samaba na Sawachi Konkoya Natrasa Samaba.
And let me say this, anybody that will take money, receive money to manipulate the outcome of the election, anybody that will do anything to cause the blood of anybody to be shed, to kidnap anybody, to cause any kind of what I call organized armed robbery, to create violence, to cause anybody's blood to be shed, a curse will come upon you and all your descendants. Madu kawasan kelei tu kawahan delumba la hasalaya awandu kasalalita. Let their projections backfire. Let their imagination backfire. Let their expectation backfire. Let their devices backfire. Let their divination come to a halt. And yea, we intercept their enchantment and their incantations. Let it come to a halt. Bonaya Kusan Keluta.
I am more of fire and yadi. Bobiati. Ubano Yeni Yaka. Nobody uses no waka. Now this government then yakula.
Sauti Kongo ya.
Nature say, oh fire.
Your fire no pay. Let their incantation backfire. Let their divinations backfire. Let their machinations backfire. Let their lies backfire. And when till your hand no pay. Asafume yanko.
Yeah, yanko.
Asafume yanko.
Yeah, yanko.
Enye bibia kwa ena nansenya mbebru bako. Anyotufoi bako.
Yeah.
Woye enyuma wose yeko yeko.
Yeah.
Yeko.
Yeah.
Yeko.
Yeah.
Abrana yebo wo manga na asabre no. Eyoko.
Yes.
We mwa wo twede. Amwa ensim. Se wo kopa bibi. E de abra abusuafo a. Ekomba de wo ne abusuafo.
Yeah.
Ese omu krampo omu koba no. Wo munya bi.
Wonya bi.
Na de otifie.
Arahosem.
Okumu de wo no.
Emu edin.
Ani braba. Say ye tie Ghana wo no ma nyame de ache ye enyina atie. Na ye di hia. Eno ma nyame de adom ye amama hodo ebe fa free ye mamu. Edi ko omu mamu. Etimi di ye. Na ye ato ye ne ahohiahia.
Ya de ne ye dia.
Ya de ne ye dia. Yes, kakoko no.
Yetiso eye de.
Ewa ha broni kokko beto ya. Wo frɛ ya sika futuo empo ano no. Yen na komode yen. Yen ya ye gina simpie so, ye nya ye fa hodie, ye ka che wiase nyina sɛ, afa ni ye ba bedai na di sɛ wodi tumi, e che bibini nsa, wono ankasa timi ye na de yo no. Yen na komode yen
na ye risui.
Yen na ye nenam kwan poto so yi.
Yana yehunya kono yi.
Yana nese say yehunya kono a yempese ye babo ye busia bia yi. Busia mpo boye.
Awurade.
Ye sika so a ye gifri ye ho wo to adie mu no so. Enso ye. Ye de car to the point say ena ye prepare ye hu sika kra say ye de tua ye kana. E kani bi beka. Ghana ni wotie me. Ye ka o my Ghana ka so wo prepare no hu sika nyina. E de tua ne car. Still ye sa da kam. Baby I want no. Etina na anadwo fana ye share President Mahama no.
Good.
We check the number of questions and answers for ebisa back to back. Yeah. Anka wojira ne na so sa ka wahwa ade abachigen.
Oh yes.
E dey di pefe say Ghana for pension anu aduro e de ama ohaw ya ye womi.
Yeah.
Ohaw kwa no wode to Kanema Mperi John Mahama anim.
Yeah.
Kanema Mpeni John Mahama no mo say we ye incompetent. Wo mu bi pojira radio ni TV show e ka say we ye kromfo. Ene ohaw ato ye no e no mo de to nanim.
Won an odi to nanim.
Ohaw na ye wom a omumu bi e demu bi no.
Yeah.
E no mo de to nanim.
Yeah.
Se de ya ko yapem.
Eja una ye beba won.
Eja won ye beba won chen.
Abebisaw.
Yi ya no
sa
e de ne ye beye.
Awu.
And you see, I thank God. Some President Mahama dine na di woni kasa mu se nkanko bi wo mesel mama slice no mo pa brofo me de brofo de be ma mo ye wi ane ye de ne wo kan na nkasa so e de ape so
good
ye wo no ma ya no pay tonton sansan ni mama slice no ne enko ensem ni bia His Excellency John Mahama kai de di kai 24-hour economy we ye kiremu ye no bi atiase
good
hware o say the 24-hour economy policy will increase the local production of goods for import substitution, exports, and create decent, well-paying jobs for the youth. And just said, you know what, so and just said in here,
okay.
President John Mahama say, yeah, 24 hours year policy no, economic policy no, 24-hour economy no, a buying share whatever. Aban dia ni hyehyɛ a wode ba a wo begina so dia ye sika sɛm ye was it what the bar ebeboa ama local industries and as a local production factories ahodo industries ahodo omoye ntoma omoye entosu ayedigu konkomo omoye juice ayanumi womu betibe aya hombe ombetiba ye bebre no mu ye bebre a ebeba besi enoma na ye taikra edi fra manone no ebeba besi na nemu na aboa masika na tena mayim ebetena mayim afei so ebesa so aboa me nya bi edi akwa amanfo manso akoton se da be ya sa sika na ye omomo dia no amama hodo dia no ebi so aba mayim ebi aba Ghana na aboa mo my Ghana sika so ba ye dai ejira brane ebesa so aboa ama adwuma ye dai ebuso ena ye ka se mabunu no bebre edwane akọ amanfo mamu mabunu no bebre bompa se wo mabanya kwanya akọ amanfo mamu adai adwuma ni ho mamu and for the first time wo my Ghana bakwase mo unemployment rate abasoro pa eti president Mahama say enso anu aduro ene se wo de 24-hour year economy no be dai ebeba afa nuisance taxes eto jinchai eto ensemfata the president Mahama can was say my government will scrap the COVID levy e-levy bet winnings levy and nuisance port levies to ameliorate the plight of the suffering Ghanaian.
So yebra John Dramani Mahama o say COVID-19 to ya retie no o to be yefi ho e-levy enamo mo kitingiti ayeye eno so abeda ka abeda ye so you know o so ba no so be yefi ho efei enese ya ye bebo bola se na ebo be kan yeyi boys wo mu to chacha kitingiti abangi di to abehye ho yebra John Dramani Mahama say obe yefi ho
so be yefi ho fi say eto we nyina eto jinjan eyeto a ede hawba emfamfa sudie bi ama aban na jisika no mom de nanso emwa amanfo ede ohaw ane ahokyere ene bere nkofo yeto aso yekwa anim yekwa the next one free SHS wo free SHS dey was say free SHS has come to stay but can paying free SHS aba
abetenase
ya bona tenase
enko bebia
ntwam en enkomo we etuntwa
tititia
say Mahama betwa free SHS mu Mahama ba betwam no what kind of pain? No.
What's that case?
Was it free SHS has come to say? No one can cancel it. I am coming to improve its implementation and make it better.
Good.
I will support any bill intended to improve education in Ghana.
O say free SHS abetenase
ya bona
tenase obi ani ho obetwam de di kan no o say oba nsusu a niema enkoso ye wo mu no obeye nseye na notumi akonkan na fei mre biara ye de beba a enu beba ho ban nsusu no o so fra so ena nankasa so oriba se ne be ya sa free SHS no obetimi ahyemu kina se ne ya implementing no ne de abai no niema nkitinkiti bia wo man koye no obehyemu kina na jira
okay ye bre ni ti ye money to that fe ye to be konanim digital jobs initiative was my government will invest $3 billion Mrs. Subio $3 billion amafo nya sika ya sas gaibi omo de ko han wie mu shan amafo nya sas gaibi omo de ko ye dai omo de ko ye no ma bia nsem fata te say ye si aso dan dia manyame wa bera nyame nsere ye na ye dia kotu amena kwa president Mahama se sas sika ni bia eye me ne nyina ye sika ya obeba beto no wo bayi mu bi $3 billion in ICT and partner with local tech startups and businesses to launch a digital job initiative that will create at least 300,000 skilled employment opportunities for the youth in the digital space. Abefo tentefidia de yoyi. Was say wo begina yesika $3 billion so. Na woni adwumakuaku ahodo a afi no ma hyehyɛ so omo nwuma ase. Eno no abefo de yoyi bi no mo ye no. Wodo omo beka bom good. No matimi agina hyehyɛ esu yi. Aboa ma Ghana for mabunu 300,000
impim ahasa.
Enya adwuma. Wa abefo ekwantempo ade yoyi eho so. $300,000 jobs.
Wow.
And obegina $3 billion. We were cost dada. And yes, be a walker. What is sika? We be here sika. What the best no. What the abata ne bossa no. Eti sabra ye koto aba no watch out for enkofo mo beba be hyebo a omo mfa sika mbata ho de won mfa sika mbata ho no wono no ye obi a woni adwen bia eduru afi na obebusa se na hifa kra na mekọ akọ sika na free joma ama de ni sika bata ho say sika mehia e free the taxpayer ho e $3 billion eno na me de be hye say mu a ebeboa ma maburu 300,000 enya adwuma ye wa ba for tentamfidie ade yo ho wow ye kwa anim the next one women in business wait ube chema mo bi ati was say I will establish a national women's development bank that will be run by women to support 1 million women-led and women-owned businesses.
Kwame, Yera John Dramani Mahama say, Obebue Sikakrabia, I be a Mia Sikakrabia. You be from Women's Development Bank.
That's right.
No, a Mian Kuton Wabeshaso.
That's right.
Nebembua Konyama, a Mia Bese in Pimbaku.
That's right. That is Emma Omankasa Bibi Omunyuma. Emma Omankasa show Munyuma Biase. A Omuhiamwa, Bojo Juma, a Juma Kitubia or Pessoye, Consubia Walko, Wapabusia or Metimako, Alcohol, Eti, a man Koswo, Esika Krabia, and only woman a year banky, National Women's Development Bank. So, Homamuni in Adia, Eti Ghana men in Nara. Mo pesa mo hye modwuma ase sa mo pesa munya sika bi de hye modwuma sa mo pa bosia bi de akokwa so sa mo pa bosia bi de hye adwuma kitikiti bi a wo ye na wo fichire no sa Women's National Development Bank ebe ba ye ahotoso a ebe boawo ama Ghana for ma eye 1 million pim baako no opepepe baako opepepe baako etimenya adwuma aye etimenya moa aye
Kwame way Yera John Dramani Mama why ye be da esan se o ka se tam oboyo man pen onu kura no the exim bank buy
yes
na tumi abu infrastructure development wo maimu enti so obesi sika kura bia ama mia obetumi aye
afa yenko amenanim tentem pa yemmo nwura amenen member use 90 yenko amena kase enim National Cathedral Financial Cathedral bra yenko hon tentem kra was say I am a staunch Christian what can you pay me a Christian ni mapa me ko Assemblies of God
good
and nanu ana ya asore pese yesi edan ye nyina ye ntoboa ye keka ye nsase
good
me so me boa bi you ba ade ba ko a michi ade ba ko a etan a Christian ni bia na me be ya adwen ene se ye begina ye gidi sem so ye begina Christosom so abo amanfo kro no
me dase.
It was I'm a staunch Christian who has supported my local Assemblies of God Assemblies of God Church to build churches for God. But I don't condone stealing in the name of God. I will conduct a forensic audit into the cathedral loot. Chronona Koswa in the name of Yesi aso dying Edia Manyameno. Also be a forensic audit. Obeye Shishemu. Good. Ehwehwemu abeboa yen amiye hu akrofo no ehwehwemu abeboa yen amiye timienya adwen bi dia fa Ghana sika hodo a ya fa sa akro no dia we so ehwe free Ghana for nsa eno na joma ama so obeye eti no yakwa the next one tentem na fe yembo videos ni bi nchira mo fantastic youth in IT was say I'll roll out 1 million yedika kan no eti we no was say what the coding ebe ba be ka ho what you say and afen so was also dying and he said in the mining sector and was say I will not allow any of my appointees to involve themselves in mining or illegal mining. Mining in forest reserves will be banned under my government.
O say be kwako tu fema gudi e wo yan kwai ai wo honom no obebra e wo na ba mo fei obi obefro
no kan ye say obi o wo na ba mu e be ye na adwen se party yes kantinti wo kwoto gadam say party yes kanti ana wo obi akontenti wo ba wura kwaye wo se yakura e de ma eye enchima no akoto efamagudie no wo say obi ani wa wo ba obetima ye saade no wo na ba mu fi say saade no wabra
etinya di se beba so
obi ani wo sa akonya no
debi
so obetima tu sa na mo no e wo na ba mu
good
fi say saade no wa dai wabra it is a nepania ye way wabetra wa ya hwehan asa power committee ama committee aye report e de abeto nanim say opanye wankasa nkofo ni bi wo butu from agudi o wankasa nkofo ni bi omo say ye kwaye o wankasa nkofo ni bi omo say ye nsuo opanye yi nani te say pani a wayi mframa wo abonten say wo hunu ye mahama say wono wonye saade ni bi wo ba no wo wona ba mu ne ye chiw say wo yes saade da emra ne ubedi sapepepe ba sase no wo de segana fo nyina wo de to gana fo nyina anim say saade no wo bra wo na ba mu tititia and ye kwa anim no bibi sense look here videos ni bi father for all menua a year park question of one of the busas question very critical question good was say a year his excellency John Evans Atamils buy no amount for accuse no say father for all nti say boy ya president Mahama say enkofo abakro no ne ho nkro no ba no emra ne omu bedi wo mu hu bi o president Mills apenso say now father for all nti ye jeje ankofo to the sense say the former late president, Jerry John Rollins, no bo mochi, I was hardly no. You, 80 position of Champagne, John Mahama, you know, say, President Mahama, who bet you what case is Sudia? Says that money home now, your friend of father for all. Yes, obedience to Diana, one gas up wobble was soon paye. I'm a Sadian and Saho home no. A few one, say na President Mahama Kaye.
Done his 4 years. I mean, I came into office 5 months before the election. And so when I became president, it was going to be a bit difficult to be investigating things that happened in 2008. And so I said that, look, any allegations of corruption that are made against any public officer, I give the investigative agencies the free hand to investigate. And so I remember in those times, the National Service investigation, the JIDA scandal, people didn't even forget that I was the one who commissioned the committee of inquiry into JIDA. And all the issues that came up, the report was presented to me as president, and I gave the report to the media. And that is referred back to me as my crime of condoning corruption. The fight against corruption begins with shining sunlight into an area, and that is what I sought to do. And so when we gave the JIDA report to you guys, it was referred to the Attorney General. And the Attorney General began to take action. Some of the people involved went to court to restrain the Attorney General, and the court processes took forever. There were others where there was prosecution of my own colleague and friend, Abu Gapele. The Attorney General put him before court, and he was jailed. It was recently that President Akufo-Addo granted him amnesty. And so the will to fight corruption was there. We even retrieved monies from some of those involved in JIDA. We retrieved as much as 50 million Ghana cedis at the time. And so the track record is there. And I can assure you, if you believe that I was imbued with the Father for All syndrome, it has been exercised. And it's been exercised because it's a demand by the people of Ghana. The people of Ghana are asking for accountability. And we must create a situation where everybody who agrees to serve must know that he will be held accountable to the people.
You see the seriousness on his face. Wabra no akase. E was ye fi say Ghana for free akuntabuo. Wo se no apoma say no apoma twede Ghana for free dey akuntabuo. It is a wugidi say emre bi baaye no na father for all honhom no adokoro mi a and e meti waka George free bi mu fi say ofra bi aba sa frɛ no no why dey wetie sa eti ofrɛ no wana montuo no ene akuntabuo na e ba abesie no kro no ayabo man no Ghana sika akodi botto boni mu no won say dey was mu atwa Ghana sika akodi botto boni mu no wo de say ni bre no e be ku atia good wo na ban mu so na ya na wo ye wadwen say wo be wi man na japade wo be for man sika e dia bo boa wo mu atwade sa mufa video ni mura bi Kwame wo hwe se na ofiase so kasa asem na yira John Dramani Mahama ofiase no na no wo bua ni sem but edru honom no edru sa bia honom no it my interpretation bi bia wo bia ni nsem re kire se metie mo mabia me nsɛm wasɛm na wo ka no mame bae mu na menkyerɛkyerɛ mu yie ɛnkyerɛ mo wɔ mu atwadeɛ no berɛ a wɔ mu atwadeɛ no na wohwɛ n'anim dua sɛdeɛ na n'ani kɔsua aka bɛgyina baabi faako na asɛ n'ani ɛyɛ na wɔhɔ a no wabie n'ani na wɔhaha n'ani no ɛda adi pɛfɛ sɛ hɔ no yɛ n'asɛm hia ɛyɛ asɛm hia baabi ɛhia no ne yɛ ɔfrɛ a Ghanafoɔ frɛ tie sɛ wobɛka yɛ a naano nyaho tamaklo Dr. nyaho tamaklo wɔyɛ nsɛntwerɛfoɔ nhyia mu ɛna wɔhwai sɛ abɛn bi a ɔbɛba after Akufo-Addo sɛ woamma akontabu ansi woamma amanfoɔ a ɔmawi ɔman sika mmara no ne ɔma andi a saa neakɔ no wone ne de good so ɔfrɛ no bi no mamu no a ɔmo yɛ fix the country arise Ghana hwahwani demonstrations akokɔ kɔ so nyinaa no ɛyɛ tie na hwɛ nneɛma a yɛ ne yɛatwerɛtwerɛ ɛde agu placard so there is a general clarion call for accountability good and President Mahama egyina ne track record so ɛdan n'ani kyerɛ Ghanafoɔ sɛ ɛberɛ a mempɔ me wɔ abɛn mu no nkɔɔfoɔ a na ɔmo wɔ ma abɛn mu no a kɛtasesa ne porɔyɛ ho nsɛm ɛbaayɛ a na ɛfɔ ɔmo ho no megyaa mu ɛma mmara no ɛne ɔmo yɛ dɛ ɛdiiɛ to the sense sɛ gender report no meɛnkasa na megyaa mu de ma nsɛntwerɛfoɔ sɛ monhwɛ ɛna nsɛntwerɛfoɔ no bi gyina so ɛde kaa sɛ wobɔne nie so wɔgyina ne track record so ɛna wɔgyina the seriousness a wɔ attach to Ghanafoɔ ɛpa a ɔmayɛ sɛ ɔmo pɛ sɛ ɔmo to ɔma no no he does not take it for granted. Ghana for down my dine and this omo person omo to mano no. Ɛyɛ ne hiasɛm. Ghana for po mo pese omo mind tumpon. Po mo pese ye kabi mami kabi amemo no be ye krabere no. Me say put the picture there again. Baby anu mu atwade no. What dine di wo that demeanor, that posturing, that body language. What dine di say ɛyɛ ne hia dia. Want to na say share. Ɛti na wɔn mu atwade a ɛyɛ Ghanafoɔ nyinaa na mu atwade o sapɛpɛpɛ na wɔdan na di sɛ Ghanafoɔ mo twade ani nie ɛni na twade wei ya amamu no ɛnyɛ kwa by the time a mo ba bie mo nsɛm no na amanfoɔ ɛho aka sapɛpɛpɛ by the time a mo ba bie mo nsɛm a mo ba nwenwen mo ba sere no na mmira ne ebi mu adi sapɛpɛpɛ ɛwɔ sa sotwe no etumi kɔma wɔn ɛsɛ sɛ ɔman ade a ɛreku yɛn ɛyɛ kita hyehyɛ prɔe ne dwum di kankan a nipa wɔn wɔ aba mu sabre wɔn ayɛ a sabre mmara ne tia wɔn yɛwura John Dramani Mahama ɔsi ɔba saa poma wia wapoma yi no that's right ɛbɛyɛ adwuma and you see another thing so a ɛkɔ so yɛhyɛ adwuma de yɛ ase mede hyɛ aseɛ mede to Ghanafoɔ anim and President Mahama dan na di wɔ ne kasa mu hɛ akadeɛ na ɛfɛ sɛ yɛwɔ mmara wɔ hɔ ɛkyerɛ sɛ mampanyin no na bɛfiri ne pɛ mu aka sɛ mepɛ justice sei ɛde akɔgu Supreme Court na wɔne Judicial Council na atena ase na ɔmatu no fo deɛ na ɛfɛ sɛ saa nhyehyɛeɛ no a ɛwɔ hɔ no yɛbɛdi so all of a sudden menim deɛ asi wɔ Ghana na Chief Justice ne mmom ɛna ɛkyɛ n'adwen ɛdan na di wɔ bɛdwam sɛ ho abɛhia sɛ wɔbɛnya agyagyefoɔ ɛwɔ Supreme Court na yɛnya Attorney General wɔnim ɔman Ghana mmara wɔnim ɔman Ghana nhyehyɛeɛ a wɔfoɔ biribi saa so na yɛnya Ghana Bar Association a wɔn te yɛma mmara no ase wɔn te yɛmamuo no nhyehyɛeɛ ase a wɔn nso foɔ biribi saa so but President Mahama da biribi adi wɔ ne kasa mu wɔsɛ adeɛ no tiebɛɛ ne yie a aka yɛm biam sɛde bɛyɛ Ghanafoɔ nso adwenkyerɛ bɛyɛ dɛ ɛbɛda ne ho adi wɔse sɛ wɔno wɔn ba a wɔbɛgyina Ghanafoɔ adwenkyerɛ so ɛde akyerɛ deɛ yɛbɛtumi ayɛ ɛde afa agyagyefoɔ a yɛtaa de ɔmo kɔgu ɛyɛ Supreme Court no sɛ Ghanafoɔ pɛ dodoɔ ɔbɛkɔ no dodoɔ sɛ Ghanafoɔ pɛ sɛ yɛgyina faako bi a te sɛ deɛ ɔmo dan na di wɔ abere a yɛyɛ Constitutional Review Committee adwuma yɛ no a saa pɛpɛpɛ no ɔbɛyɛ dɛ ɔbɛkɔ no hwɛ adeɛ wei ma me.
I believe that our constitution gives the judiciary certain privileges. They are the only arm of government that does not renew its mandates. They don't go for elections to be re-elected as judges, and they're given security of tenure. I think that the obligation and responsibility of every president is to appoint fair-minded people. Human beings, as we are, would have our own inclinations towards one party or towards one religion or towards one culture or other. There are many things that make us who we are. And only recently, you've seen what happened. And I can't understand why the Chief Justice will be the one recommending, which judges to appoint. The Constitution is clear. That is the President who appoints judges in consultation with the advice of the Judicial Council. And so the initiative to appoint judges must come from the President and submitted to the Judicial Council. It brings it back with advice to the President, and the President forwards it to Parliament. That is the procedure. It is very weird that this time the recommendation comes from the Chief Justice to the President. And even the issue of capping the number of judges. The Constitutional Review Committee recommended that we cap Supreme Court judges at 15. And so the issue of capping the Supreme Court is not for the Chief Justice to say. We will resurrect the Constitutional Review process when I become President. And when we do that, we will put it to the Ghanaian people whether we should retain the 15, whether we should reduce it, or whether we should increase it. And so I don't think that should be the Chief Justice saying that we should increase and cap at 15.
And that is the reason Tia and I show national. Yeah. Mijama ye tia for near her because Adia Chief Justice was way. What they want in the what they want crata, why you want to see what was the same who and they won't go to in our banner. Yeah. Idea of persuade, why am I Ghana for? Yeah, Yanni Adi has some court, and Yanni has some court. Yanni Adi has some Mamma Quenya Eddie. Saying I can see him for some mamma. Munni Jumaya. It is so will be Maya. I was a ultimately at Etanasi, Eddie Como, yeah, Eddie Agrintre, yeah, and Mampenia, and your book Unquan or the Berrani Mino. Was say, what common sense, Muno. To say you're dining what you were Constitutional Review Commission Ejuma Yomuno. Good. Meba Ghana for no. Some per ye de Supreme Court Justices no. Ejina 15. Madrin children betre. Some per se ye de 20. Madrin children mention us. Edia 2 sana more.
Essence 1992 Constitution no. Actually say 2 million wo young Ghana funsem.
Fantastic. First chapter.
More. Enti John Dramani Mahama o say Ghana for yes mun samu amubaka mun na 2 million kramo.
So building the Ghana we want no together.
Togetherness.
And your President Mahama, I am building the Ghana you want. No. And you're building the Ghana we want together. So it no practicalize it. And no dine a dino. And so but in the case of the AC Sabre, the AC Sabre no. Ghana Bar Association etimrika in principle. Yani see jene ya again. I did forgotten say to say the President Mahama kind of and she be yo and they curious to know the yeah all of a sudden no a Chief Justice mom and they propose yo Sadia na ya Daniel Butuno woman was a baby woman
and a Ghana Bar Association Sajina ya CJC na musa munini eyadweno enya mukura na mubase mudi munya amanyosem. This is a idea muriya majority in parliament nso sem say wo mu ni CJ ni yadwene entenye de sema amanyosem na mu GBF mu se munya no enye no na muriye
yebisa
eyasembisa
yebisa no pay
eyasembisa say Constitutional Review Committee e decide ni buy and na Yera John Dramani Mahama say oba Ghana fo
adwenche no begina so e de adwuma but ade ba kon so wo se ehunu no se ene ye be phone lines amanfo bebre express suspicion say 4 months aka ye kwa akoto aba afen ye hunu se Supreme Court wono ana se aseni bia wono ye wo cases bebre a ye hia dom so mo beba be di hujuma 5 months ago na mo wai 3 years ago na mo wai 2 years ago na mo wai 2 years ago na numbers no net say yo Professor Azar, Professor Lawyer Azar, Professor Asari, your Ghana ni ya wa yembre ni munia was also a law lecturer our United States of America. Okay. Now again, very simple. Okay. Was it the highest court, which is the Supreme Court, ABC quarter, or no 1 year what is ano. A domina wono enough. So mo yo mo no ma ye, etutu mo no ma ya. Enough. So mbeti dealing with all cases. So and when you acquire him no yebiem ama mranimu fu o ma ben enso abeche o ma dwen e wo ho but you acquire him na yanko asanfo from okay because free SHS in common no abeyad here look 48 hours at President Mahama e die na di say in 2014 President Akufo-Addo e be born na baso say wa launch ɛyɛ progressively free SHS yɛnya Ghana nsɛntwani bia from the auditorium to their radio station to their TV station to various newspapers yɛnya Ghana nsɛntwani bia ma ne mɛka sɛ wa fact check na saa deɛ no ɔkae no ɛnyɛ nokorɛ because ɛyɛ nokorɛ ɛna dansedeɛ no ni photo screen no so no mo hwɛ ɛberɛ na President Mahama launch progressively free SHS
and it's starting this academic year. Ladies and gentlemen, I now have the singular honor of declaring the progressively free senior high school program duly launched. I believe that this intervention will bring significant relief to parents and households. Beginning this academic year, we are removing fees for all day students attending public senior high school. Under the progressively free secondary education program, government intends to make going to secondary school free through a progressive absorption of the costs that are currently borne by students and their parents.
Because one video, no, so her video now, which is a Professor Nana Jane, Opoko Ajman, the then education minister on a teenager, Oboni Trinko Wabra, President Mahama, Eden, and Nisha Dihunu, and then she say a better progressively free SHS on your day. Etuja. Now, the Okanya were dying, and he said, President Akufo-Addo, candidate Akufo-Addo, back then, you. Ebe so ebe fuaso ebe nsem ma no se wa yade se wa di progressively free SHS abano eno so dance die ni ye fanto screen so no obi ahwe okọ Google story ni sisi e te say the President Mahama challenge obi a say obetima Google no okọ wa story no eda ho headline ye Mahama's free SHS good news for Ghanaians nanado photo screen so say you was screenshot no wa Minkah story and was say the 2012 presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party Nana Akufo-Addo says the president's decision to implement the free senior high school education in 2015 is good news for Ghanaians and should be welcomed by all. In an interview with Accra based on Man FM, Nanado said if the president and his National Democratic Government now considers the free SHS education policy possible, then it is good for Ghanaians. Afemi be quote candidate Akufo-Addo. Okay. Asama wakai no. Modern Ghana quote no. Okay. Now the wakai was say quote I see it as good news to Ghanaians. Good. Everything we into bracket politicians do is to improve the lives and benefit of Ghanaians. It is good news to all Ghanaians, he reiterated. Okay. It is when on man for Fifi Buafo. To say the Honorable Dr. Clementa Park, yes, no, ni Fifi Buafo, and another this uncommon way. And you see, Nanado who arrived in Ghana on Wednesday night after a 6-month vacation in the United Kingdom, further congratulated the MPP executive for their good leadership and organization ahead of the 2016 elections. It's in here about 2016, and idea we also. Yeah, na at the UK. Wakwajina home. Abba waba. It will buy no more tuano. Yeah. And a Fifi Buafo, and then some the pimpim. It was the pimpim no, then I knew ye. Eba say, some Mahama. I implemented a year progressively free SHS. Why ya dear papa? Fisa yay a manyofono, and she say be sano. Ye na ye de bar, gun and tea, and ye de bar. Sir, so a year dana after how many years? After 4 years. After 4 years, same person. Ebe come for Nibi, at the back Ghana for say. Mahama no eba betwa free SHS mo. Meanwhile, obi oye no kwakafo bi abeka say in 2020 and some other President Mahama kan nyina dia fa free SHS no. Eye oseya na ebata nhye no. Yeah. Or how na ebata nhye no. Amania na esuafo ne fam. Amania na awofo fam. And I was say and what be here say and pempenso ayedro no. Ye besi nkonya na ya bon nhye na chi. Na ose ye bi ewo mu no bia no ye di nsiesie ai dai aba simple and short
mo fra nya aduan ni mofra enya dormitory entinem ene akyerɛkyerɛfo a yɛnhyɛ dam yɛ a ɔmo kasa yi wɔn adi no saa ni ɔhaw a ɛwɔ saa implementation mu nti ɛno na ɔsɛ ɔba obeyi saa ɔhaw yi nyinaa dɛ ɛfiri hɔ
and in fact yɛkɔ yɛ anim a yɛde adanzedi ahodoɔ bata ho no mame ɛyɛ the budget of 2016 Ghana for your budget yakɔ homa bosika ɛyɛ ofori atade bɛto twa ɛwɔ ɛyɛ mmarahyɛ badwafie budget of 2016 paragraph 882 capture progressively free SHS so betimi de screenshot no ɛde ato screen so na yɛn nyinaa yɛaka ya bom na yɛhunu de yɛkɔ soɔ ɛbra yɛde hyɛ budget no wei minim de yɛkɔ so afidie ne yɛde yɛ adwuma nti yana slow kakra nti yana ayɛ slow kakra Peter yɛtwɛn foto so na adansidie no NCP sɛ de bɛyɛ nkɔmɔ no betimi agyina ne naso yie na amansa nyinaa hunu de yɛ pa akyerɛ paragraph 882 of a year 2016 budget a capture free SHS.
Okay.
Actually, sika sabra ni yade sha mo de say ya sabra ni yade sha so yakre wa ho sabra ni yade sha ho sika yade shem ya ene botai bata achiri ene ni yade be yenya sa picture na me de be kire mo se de be yan komo no betimi SCP ye kwa ho no so say ya ready na fe ye ne honorable Peter Lanchene Tobu eni nkomo because enano pa ye ka say what the chronicle ediaba say de ye ba be fa adwuma o ye be fa adwuma e wo bambo nwuma ni mu e free Ghana immigration service ekosi fire service so eko posi eko nakop ene ne ho nkro ne ba no ni nyina ye ba be fa Ghana for mabunu 11,000 eche bia obete eye honorable Peter Lanchene Tobu enka why because nano not baby ya wutie yi ana what the challenge by say aban no sa adwin famu ena wapeso yes ade ya won fa wo dawuro emra de obon kratemu and aban ne de aba interior minister de aba but this is coming at a time Ghana for ya wo de bebre say na say ye fa nkofo wo post nwuma mu ye fa nkofo wo immigration but ya na ye mo ho dawuro but yan say ye fa nkofo it is coming at a time allegations ahodo aba say Yashada allocate slots be Ediama parliamentary candidates, any members of parliament, or more MPP afa.
You.
It is ya interior ministry ya ye. Ebema allegations no nije dumana.
Asembisano ne.
Ne kwanso ni ana. De na NDC for hwehwe no. Enu ni ana. Eche bia obeti honorable Peter Lanchene Tobunka wonso what the asem ye chidie na wahunu.
Kwame ni amahu ni se uhwe Dwaboase ya air chronicle dia be. Na ka me hwe nim se the nation newspaper Daily Graphic nso de beba ana Ghanaian Times de beba.
Chronicle dia ba.
Mahu bibisa.
Yes.
But Kwame, as we speak now, mehu se mebu ni bi wo ho a yenga fafa wo ma training no efi asempo a record da na aso afi a wo mu bahu daguro no enkrofo na yenga fa wo dida no na ye kan won asem ana se fufura afi ne yere ba be fa wo asem bisa no nen esan se mi se udu tashi eye military camp hono ma mebu wo honum as you speak now wo mu training wom enti they have been in the training camp more than 2 weeks now efena eye don bokrata no edi ho amanebo aba enti nsam no efiri mi se ne wo ho de dada no anase fufure efena wo ba befa wo no wo ba befa wo so hifa ene wo ba apply hifa no wo mbra enu susu no enchiremu no e wo se ba na enya ye hutiase ewom e wo sa honum esan se no ama na kamia se ebia na wo pese wo ka bibi keke nsuno ne yangafa party food down so ebia na we no eye yibi keke o dudi yanka
ede na ma odwen sa
de ma me dwene sa ne sei wo beka ya eye Henry Quarter o ye interior minister okogina parliament no okokika nsem se Brian DC for criticizing no anase omu bisa ne nsem no and okogina parliament and okay say wanga warifa won no wanga fa binum na ye backlog Ben say 2018 backlog na ena wo ho ena ora Peter Lanchene Tobu kram say no so be recruiting crofo a yenye bribi ti say backlog esan say obi a 2018 obi so fa no this time around no bia no yare
because en she say ye be gina so 2018 no eno abi ne ye be gina so ne ena every 2018 basis abrewe emre twam eti no ma ye be hwehwe afri no no e de na tese sabre ye ka say e da so wo ho ena ye ka backlog a ye pa tese say
so wo
is that to say ye wo ebi a o maka achinti o mo ye foforo mo peso mo ba no o mo nya akwanya na eti anopa yi dawuro yi amubo yi amose ye ba be fa 11,000 akra coffee da ko bisa ye nyina ye bisa se sa 11,000 no e backlog na omo ana o maka achi a na owura Henry Kote a we interior minister e kan wasem eno na ye de abeto da obokrata mu se ye ba be ya na and 4 months to elections ye ba be ya sa de we e de na kire wa mo ne san kofo ya ye ba be for mu yi
so ho asembise ni ni a e wo se mpanifo ba
and nobody should tell me say ye koto abenti does it mean say was a Ghana enyuma ye no ma ye no tuntwa na no and no ma be say ya na sensitive and idea be a betimi di unnecessary suspicions abano what you do as a government is to avoid it
sir se ne be ya yen Ghana fo no yang adwim nkoye
ntanta
mo sa na mo awri tu no bia no pese ofa so na nipa bi etimi to aba ma wo
ehwe paper ne headline no o de hwe jandam no myself for paper to oh etifia so say cutting down youth unemployment cutting down youth unemployment no the abeso so ye ba be fa amanfo de akọ immigration ye be fa nkofo akọ fire service ye be fa nkofo de akọ post etidie na kire se we enye ploy a ye pese ye gina so e de chinchim Ghana fo adwin bi se ye ma mabunu adwuma
so
meanwhile over the years mabuna omo pese omo ko post mu mabuna omo pese omo ko immigration mu ye de akwansidie bi sa na atu kwam a omo anya akwanya
so ente ne busumi anan ye koto abamudi we aba no me amiti we ebetimi ama misa adwin tata no anasa madwin ba mi se bia na abatu no nti mu pese mu yesa Kwame and this ade we a wo mu dia be no me ade ba ko nso ametimi akere madwin e wo ho ani sei ubeka ya 2020 bra ye koto aba no
yes
wo mutu ana mo bi ka kire police fo and other security agencies say wo betu won aketuam and wo yes abusumi ba ko pedi ma wo ye to aba no we dun total no wo twemu enti eyisu betimi ya sa akonya ni bi sa akwan no bi so and wo pese wo fa so no wo de yes ade
okay yebusa nsam you say honorable Peter Lanchene Tobu ensem ya yebise wo fo aso anasa na kuma to ne mfise sa bre de ye ba hu dawuro wo da ubokrata mu honorable Peter Lanchene Tobu ye mu ajebu akwabo nyamena da ma ye kurakram na wo so
Namna do wa wese for me we shall see amocha boyjuma
ye da say wa wese for so ye kyem nyina modete ne ne kasai honorable nano ye ne otina hai woto ntia bi ka asem bi kire Ghana ban say saa de na da manim so omo peso omo fa nkofo e de omo ko bambo nyumam no omo mo ho dawuro e o da bon krata mu ene o maye se no ano no
Nipa chome dase ma memfa kwanye wo na menchia chiefo nyina obi a woti me ye ni abre Ghana ya gina akono ba bia Ghana sisi ya no se ya mbia no nka no kwanche ye ho a ade bechi no ora be ho me ora be ho because na da wo hoyi intro wo hoyi egukro minia they can say you be nipa a very simple process the standard operating procedure e wo ho from city on your financial clearance you know how to advertise it. It is the duty of the police, it's the duty of the immigration service, it's the duty of fire service, prison service. Someone advertise about the nipa. That is not an advert. Advert for recruitment. You have the best in touch with the nipa. You have a carpenter for who qualifications. You have a Ghana for what the 18, 24, and in touch who qualifications. And no, and you advertise it from up to maybe 2 weeks time. We are there. Start here. Decentralization recruitment. It's not President John Dramani Mahama Kayan. You better to cast your crab about what one of my planning in a patch of Mumpimbra. We are not a quarter to Mumpimbra. We are not a quarter. We are 16 regions in now. They are quite no. Nipa send everywhere. It is 4,000. Nipa say 80,000 and no more apply. Please, you check and make sure that you take the best 4,000 into the system. And that is how you are creating a strong state institution that will anchor our democracy. The one here, sir, let's say, when the police service is not doing well, please shut your mouth and know that we have caused it. If the army, the integrity of the army is down, shut your mouth and know that we have caused it. Let's allow the institutions to work. Let's build institutions for our democracy. Because on my way here, it will depend on stronger institutions.
That's right.
Not macho people. Who does that? Who does that? But a paper so any And I'm a teacher. Kwame Sibakan, any honorable minister for interior, or we interview all these agenda settings will not fly. You know why? The minority leader stated clearly at the press conference, their teacher slot am a MPP for 30 slots for each candidate. Ebia, I don't know what to say. Boom, Cecilia, and a good minister office. Cecilia, no, new fast training. That is not recruitment, Mr. Minister. That is not recruitment. So, okay, near Wasisagu office, the list that you have compiled in your own office, you have now become Controller General Immigration. You have now become IGP. You have now become Director General Prison Service. You have now become the Chief Fire Officer. Go and read the Constitution. Administrative and operational functions is that of the heads of these institutions. The policy matter is that of the minister. So, a recruitment is an administrative matter. It's not a policy matter. So, a General Jumanos or Chief Fire Officer Jumaya, Waji Director General President of Jumaya, Waji IGP Jumaya, Waji Controller General of Immigration Jumaya, on their own Kadini Nambu Namsan Gunu officer. Yeah, chair Kwaba Faso Mamako training. Now, if you try, say, or the Omoko trainer, I don't know. Hey, the Ghana youth, we are not listening. That Omoko training, say Ghana for a trainer, and they are not recruiting anybody. Oh, one I say Fadimbra. Mimi chair, oh, family didn't come, Miankasameko. When they take them to training, the training schools will all be filled with the youth of Ghana. So in everybody, we are all Ghanaians. And that is why you see the chaos that you have come to create as a minister. Learn from best practices. Now you're calling him.
What you can, what your mobile confusion about Payahom. Because I'm not for best one because you said that instead, any pakra ye pomo, baby, you made the end of a question in home.
And I mean, yes, press conference on this matter. And the youth are more cheaper. I'm saying, honorable. What can be a man? What can be a good? Obedient to me, Kashabo and say, what can be a man? By ye train, say, I buy and say on the uno what to me, near open oh ya, if I saw Yana do to me, ma. One when you see what Kenya. In proponent president, and Pacho Yana to about now. Send Pacho Jana Namu, not or mine on Tumpong.
Yeah.
Yanka said, Yanamu not near.
Yeah.
So when you are a leader in politics, what you ought to do is to serve the people. The people are not going to serve you. When you are a leader in politics, you are supposed to provide innovative ideas to let the country progress. You are not supposed to create confusion. Look, the youth of this country are desperate. The youth of this country are frustrated. The youth of this country are angry. The youth of this country are saying that there is hopelessness in the system. And we just need attitude like this. Attitude like this. One day, the youth of this country will rise and tell you, listen, the future belongs to us. You don't destroy it for us. The future of this country belongs to the young people that are Ghanaians. So when they see that they will stop you in your tracks. I am appealing to the Minister of Interior.
What projection say? Why your projection say 11,000 and a babenya juma? And what dine they say? And mebuna any juma no way and so anwedro. Sabra ye ka say yanya krata bi edia dance say post hospital war and grahano. Ya catch juma for so munya krado. Na potential recruits back. Now omaba yo medicals. Meaning said the process Sabra ye ka say what you can no. Juma de kwaso. Etidia na mobile dia ahwese de etini besi.
I am appealing to all Ghanaian youth, NPP young people, NBC young people, CPP young people, every Ghanaian young person who is interested in becoming a police officer, immigration officer, fire service officer. There is no recruitment going on anywhere. ABS, I want to say, yeah, medicals be obabia. So we need you because Omina Ghana for bag and cover. Go there, say, see, Dina, because I said, Dina, I want Omina free. A Dina, I command Dr. Force and Munya with medicals. Where did you get those names from? Because as Ghanaians, the process of recruitment is so transparent over the years. When we see, okay, 11,000 people with that, anybody knowing where you are getting the names from? Now you have to say, yeah. And the ABI, you know, your mind and Casana, your ninja. Your mind and Casana, and I Kabima Minkah, Memorial and Tias, and your matronade, you if you do this and you create confusion and then you go and call the police or incorporate the police, why are you giving too much pressure to the police? But what sense does it make for you to do the wrong thing, and then when there is pressure in the system, say the police should come up and provide security for you to do the wrong thing. The integrity of the police itself will be questioned. And anything I do maybe a Egypt. We will say a soldier for a police for and bottom pen. No, because they know what the population is doing the right thing. They are supposed to be men and women of integrity. What you say, Obi, you're killing the two them was make some noise. No. Why not make some noise? Come out to now when you answer pattern you're catching on a winch. Why not make nobody will make that noise? And the police are matured enough to know if the minister is wrong. When there is confusion and he calls you, let nobody respond. Let the minister go out there and tell the people that what I am the men and the pay and
may appreciate
that we are in a democracy.
Honorable, may appreciate you will call for people's power. But then again, woman Sebegani, Honorable Lanchere Tobu Peter. Also to me be Sanso de Fiena, we are Juma woman, to me be as you cromo. Sabibi cost 19 years. Somebody making us 2 minutes so are correct. So that's why I'm able to say a dear Namoye.
And I pay Mika say the defense and interior your meeting. And I pay Mika say leadership in parliament your meeting. Nyami Aduma, Yeshua say the ranking member, Honorable James Agalga, the Bibiaku we are or the Betu Jamayafe. But I think we can't sit down and watch this thing happen. What the cousin the Fenipa 11,000. And what annoys me most is just so frustrating. Look, I say the Fenipa 11,000. By 11,000, I mean 12 forms. If it's a man telling about or my top forms is our bread, to see a Kuma din, Sekasama din. So I mean 12 forms of biome. So you have backlog. And I'm saying, Minister, stop there. I stop you in your track. I stop you in your tracks because there is no backlog. Me now Kwame, I'm in church, so I did find the backlog.
Sure.
Backlog yet idea recruitment at chum. Ya fa nipa na wie maybe a open nipa 4,000 what for nipa 4,000 na wie maybe a training schools are ukita say immigration training school and me for more than 1,000 and so also for 4,000 so the 5,000 kwa 3,000 more on standby no and a friend the backlog put training for 4,000 we are 4,000 we no nipa for bioma you have to go for another recruitment. There is no backlog. Minister say to talk forms 2020 top form 2021 recruitment no yan na form ya ko fa omo abe ni pacho police nkwa mam kancho police nkwa nipa mo top no mo 100,000 ye be wie bibia no na omo a omo gina brane omo ye be 70,000 ena nipa be 5,000 pe na otumapa so minister say ye kwa ye chia ko 70,000 na ye yi 5,000 free mu na aka 65,000 na what it means is that the next 13 years say ye be training backlog in terms of only definition now. Every year they cut 5,000. Every year 5,000. So if it's 65,000, you know, not 13 years in a bedroom. Obi a we school and on your then. Please, that is not a backlog. They didn't qualify. End of story. And if you're a minister, you think that, oh, was I agree with you, Mr. Minister. You are in government. Just tell Mr. President that I feel with recruitment, no, form a free Obianko Fabi. Go and take the form free and go through the screening. Pass there, they are found. But also on turn form. And then you form, you mean that your form free. You are taking the people in your office. Is that what I mean? You want security. Everybody wants to be put.
Yes, Simon. Hello, Honorable. I say Yashi, Honorable Peter Lanchene. So, but at least the point, you know, quite clear. Meaning, say, and then Shamuna. Omobe as a defense and interior committee no omama asem so bo say the ekwoso no entre you and she say na yenim apama ye wo yen she say da ho say de si ya de se basi ye recruit amanfo de omako bambo nyuma ni ma enye say ne ye no
enye say no one but Kwame unim say aban wa fi so wo ba ye se mra ai wo ho wo betimi edi so no woni so it we enya me nwa because asem obi say honorable about say uko police hospital a wo mo ehwe mofra Kwame as we speak now wo say wo mo stand by no tena kro ya otena ya ene otena ya no sam mebun ya so called as a wonga recruit wo mo also won koye medical
so honorable Lanchene a question say say 11,000 yo mo ye hwamwa
enu ne asembisa no
hwamwa
wo ye hifo wo free
because e bi mo won empeso so ho a wo mo so mo nya ya akomo so o mbekwa akwa apply
yeah
eto ma hunu de dewura ye boy ye ene biaye a ye ka say yemfa enkrata ne mra na say yembeje nkrata no
good
said the beya ye benya nyina so bi ewura bambo nwumanim so ma hunu bibi sa
no anka nya hwe kwa
11,000 e ho amoa wo free
wo ye hifo nka nya hwe kwa nka by this time
ye ye kenya enya asam to o
debi
asam kese pa ye di ho mo
Kwame because Ghana nka by this time ewak nko be hu se Ghana mebu nku ho nka nya hwe kra
that's right
ukokumasi anko be hu se Jubilee Park nko ogu ho ukokuforidua Jackson Park ube hu se na nko ogu ho and all regional capitals no you see say either you go to a district or a regional capital RCC ho no wakoye but Yerika say bibi say ni ho
and you see unfortunately for Banwe no waya ade na wono ankasa ne no ma bi ayinama what the Chronicle newspaper no she headline no she story no cutting down youth unemployment GIS fire police NACOP to recruit 11K personnel recruitment starts this week now uko social media media dance the chamo uko social media NPP communicators sango for na abo mo pass langa omontan ni nkofo atem e wo social media no wo mo no mani abere a omo che story we omo no mani abere a omo dan na dis recruitment bi e be koso na se di atadwe yate denne mabunu no benya adwuma mewa enhye ya yenim a manfo fa so da am ye gina so de post mu ne eye sira adwuma ne e bambo nwuma na aka no ankoso and the chronicle the first statement cutting down youth unemployment edan trimupona di e de chobia very obvious very obvious
eti Kwame ade na wo mu ere no enam ne mra kwanso eti mu a mu pese mu kwakopem wo police hospital
4 months to elections or tell say e mabunu anya adwuma no ye mom adwuma
oboa
no sesa no pache 4 months to elections what say oh some say nyuma ni oh ye mom adwuma eti na chronicle no atwe story no say the city no and ya dan she say was ye diso no ya to ni nyina atwe abusu ya de mbekọ kuma ase BBC wo ho wa bra ye to adwuma die no so ye de fonyi kase be baba ye de mbekọ kuma ase ade bi koso and na no pay yerim say na dey Dr. Matthew Bogu Prempa and the appear could be say ono no be pejane say enye ye no and then yes ye be pa no hontuma say mampanyi abedi eche Dr. Baumia abedi eche wa bra ye koto aba ye be say the amount for kan sembi
oh yes
e wo kuma ase e ye ni britam
good
ye de bebra mo nche bia basa bre ye di tonton sansan no e na eto pa
hwi ayamaya ayo enyo yaya ne wom ya peso bia ba adwabo na sibi na asem ye wo bia mu oka na mama ne ye kunsum yemfa mu mai motrobodo yemfa mu mai mosempa
ne nsɛm ɔkyerɛm sɛ senate no neanti a ɔmanton rock city ama bra champion ne nkurɔfoɔ no ɔmanton senate hotels na ama bra champion ne sɛ sika ɔmo de bae no na te sɛ esua na fe kwa bɛfa so atua no so ofiri firifiri de amo kura mo de firi mi asɛ metimi agye ana ka mo fa firi mi bi nti anu nti no ɔmanfo nante stella no ɔmo nton ye but ɔmo bɛtɔn ɔmo nton ye but ɔmo bɛtɔn ɔmo ntɔn but ɔmo bɛtɔn nti ho nsɛm ɛwɔ akɔ akrata no ɛde abeto yɛ saa so na ɛsɛ aposifo nso bɔ amane sɛ NDC ɛyɛ women organizer wayɛ ɔtema west hɔ no ɛsɛ ɛyɛ Paulina Alamisi ɔmo yɛ deɛ ɔmbɛtimi bia sɛ ɔmbɛhu baabi a ɔhyɛ nti kyɛ sɛ mame ayera kyɛ last month ɛna kyɛ sɛ ɔyerayɛ ɛbɛpema ne no ɔmuhu baabi a wakɔkɔhyɛ nti ho nsɛm ɛna kɔ akrata no ɛde ababeto dwa wohwɛ aseɛ so a yɛse ɛyɛ asɔfo bi a ɛwɔ Divine Healers Church mu nso no ɔmo akɔkɔ ne nan sɛ ɔmo general overseer no ɛne nipa bi sɛ deɛ ɔmo yɛ adeɛ wɔ hɔ no ɔmo mpɛ nti ɔmo de ho nsɛm so akɔkɔto kɔ
ɛde ade na ɔmo yɛ ɔmo mpɛ
na siasi ɔmo yɛ leaders na leaders ɔmo yɛ na sɛ ɔmo yɛ akandifoɔ ɛwɔ asɔre nim na sɛ deɛ ɔmo yɛ ɔmo nneɛma no ɔmo mpɛ nti no ɔmo pɛ sɛ anka ɔmo twɛm ho asi nkyɛn sɛ bi a asɔre ne constitution no ɔmo pɛ sɛ ɔmo kɔ early congress na ɔmo timi amend no saa nso na ɛte na sɛ awurawura baabi
nyame adwuma yi emu remes say na Yesu ye na ke beto ye
akara to ye obi na kan say Mary wo ne ba Jesus Christ nya no mfa say na so fo aba nti ho nsem bi no Kwame Minkah daily graphic anto aso na ndro say eye committee aya pom na say security task force aya ti omo so mo hwa abato nsem so mo mboa ndro mu ko hia eye yisi na omo agba no ma say omo hwe passes afia abato no ebe ya asumdwe nti electoral commissioner na afia eye owura George Dampare enfoni na da so mo kirem say wa wadwen so be ha wadwen wo abato bia no gina yi omo so masiesie ho a omo be hwe won nsem sanso na se okopie mu e wo Volta region be bia BC candidate na bi hye slippers eko che se ekotro exams no na se anya no so mo de ba
we school adai
the slippers na ba cross standards nti anka no nti no
eno na bebo na ma ne tima twa yi
na se no kura bebo ko so ntimi fa apokra nhyempa buo
that's right
but yes eno no na
menanso ani ehwe
bibia nhyem enso ese no enya ade a omo accept nti ndura no enya education director na kopie ho a anka bia exam second paper no ama ntimi antwere but ama bom kokobo nti won sem na graphic ade betu dwa sanso na former president mama ensem ni bi ene se so ba obehwe se obe establish anti-corruption mechanism ebe boa se be na se corruption won sensem ntimi ko so se bia wo se okoye procurement ni ade a sa kwan no na be fa so nti ye diska no a be adwuma pa ade aboye ntwen kro ma mediscansa yaka se OSP mremu nti won sem na che se wo
aka se de aburu 5 million bia $5 million bia no okuo bia baaso nkuo bia ebehwe na scrutinize be fifin semu ye ansana anamontuo bia wo ha
e wo se ye dituma ya gya tuma so nsem na ko akrata no ede betu dwa eno achi eye our world our people eye subject bia yesia wo
omo friend
OWAP OWAP no say no no mchirem say by 2016 there na say kwata ye yefi curriculum no natimi abo
no
yes
ya dia bani asase
yes san rough
confusion be no
education system no dey nkrofo we ba no dey aya basa na ye yefi na ye dey kan yes we no kra omo ye na say omo dey rewura other subject mu
o sa
na be ne
a world of people na ebo ma enkwada ne ti ye wiase ya ye timi yase any more bakwasem no ye from the access subject be mu
Power
FM na sa subject no botai no enyira wabra ye this ade yi che
frafra
why are we doing this to our kids
nti nse mepere na ene ho na ne kurakura mu ewo eye graphic mu no ene om se Ghana adwumakuo bi a eye ani Vitor wode ekogina court ano ewo amono ne nyina ne se yebu o mafa so nti omo gi 7 billion ewo Ghana ho na isasem no yesi yato agu nti wonsem ene ne daily graphic ebo amane na mamenko overseer ko wakrata ne so a senate nsem ewo mu deda nti ye nto aso na eno na Shamima Muslim so can say wo hwe se de ekoya se de UK abato ne koy no saa so na be ko Ghana se na no ambre no ye no saa so na se nti no ya de se Ghana fo wo se eto aba etia MPP ameko no nti wonsam ewa ha saa so na father for all nsam no so eye ko wakrata overseer asan so de ababa tudwa ewo ho a ni nyina eye nsam na se napo nso kiremo na se ya de MPP members ni bebre na se omta na chi nti wonsam na
kubi abeka so energy eti bebre ni ye ho amo
a mudi mbaye na to shika ho
na atoshi ka ho na afenyo marking ka ho nti omo sa ne de omo so omo taachi nti no yen support ne nti wonsam ena se Kowa Krata no e de abetu dwa je se ne omepa no ntama nti eno ne nsema overseer Kowa Krata no so e de eba abetu dwa na eye daybreak Kowa Krata no so asema ewo mu a je se different from ensem no e je se BC ya e start ndra no teacher for miense bi eho aka adwam ni nyina ne sa nka mokoboa ewo bekwai ankomo koboa nkwada no je se questions ni bi nkwada no se dia curriculum no ten textbooks na nkontam nti omo ntimi ankyerɛkyerɛ nkwala no nti sa topic na isa nkomo ko kyerɛ na omo ankyerɛ nkwala no ho nti ba sa na efso omo bua nti na je se akofa nse bebre aba na se vigilators nso mienu gene ɛho so ya chi omo nti ni nyina no ndra nipa 5 eni ya chi omo
ada na vigilators ni ye de
omo so agunu omem
so da be ya
bibia betimi akoso
eti enkwada ya ye come once me enkwada for 5 to 6 years enwoma ye friend enwoma ye di sua de
omanya bi
nti obeda na ye bi
so
no wonder say mama we see
when we ajanom omhwe de ye kona topic no kro ma hu no ma kenkan esanse book amanti na o say teachers ne boa na akofo how they abrɛ mu nti ehun sɛ na Kowa Krata na sa so na majority no echem sɛ CJ request why so hia judges ɛwɔ Supreme Court no ɔmo taachi nti ehun sɛm ɛne dia je sɛ ɛyɛ foforo ɛwɔ day
avanyo mark na ni amo man teje wana be ode parliament on wadane ne court
na ne bidi abrɛ ya sɛm kuma ofe anko Kowa Krata no so echirem sɛ ɛyɛ Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia said ya former president akoye obi aka so amanfo nsua bi no omo so ma jatum so meye nti debate ni be kwaso nti ye twen hwehwe ho ye na wo be hia nipa
media encounter
no omo so baby
after 7 to 8 years matina abemu mama kwan amansantwefo ama Jubilee House ambe totoma no edu politics biremu de yes ye be na ye de atresa yesu ye nimi
ye na ya ayi MPP breso na People's Assembly na omampanyi
ko de bai
na so na Dubai no betwa mu eso bi anya kwan no obisa na se sanse de yakosoro mu se ade a enye nti wunsem ana Kowa Krata no e de ebetu dwa na je se eye ndra wo sem se candidate no mo try exams ni bi no e Volta region omo ba betwa exams no accident ye ba ko afemu ahwere ne nkwa na ba ko bi oda emu odin ni nyina nsema Kowa Krata no de aba betu dwa eye ende anopenti Kwame wo hwe nsem ne dia na se eye ene so ye maame eye obemfom opoku agiman na fe napo picture da ho na asema mbisa ne se sa hwe nkrofo mienu ya hwan na se obetimi aboa eye various parties no
Daily Dispatch na ebusa no
dispatch na
etunya obetuma
nti kwa ma mingina ha na se anope nsem no nyina no yemfa ensi
medase akua krantman aten nka no
Power FM
Dwaboase o Power 97.9 offenso TVXYZ na Benadenche bia yebeko Piwak Natural Health o minus so betina say His Excellency Victor Smith Ewofia road to election 2024 and some year tete the SCA yebebobo nwa pensemu yebeko Asante Manta Gropon Kumase wabiro mo baba pa Dr. Matthew Poku Prempa wontuma no amanfo kan sembi eyedi asem obeti yamane boni enkasisi e ba Alex Pinso yedase Saudi echi sanso na yefo kwasi osi good job done wise ama saman so di echi no pay Little Health Shop a Little George Health Shop o ma bia fidie no pa no mo hwe o say 3P ye to bi wa 3P garlic mixture